One Punch Man is about to start one of the best arcs in the history of the whole manga.
No way!
That is right, Saitama and Garou are confronting each other in what seems to be the final fight. The two strongest characters are now finally facing off against each other again. But I mean, we all remember how the first one went down, don't we? But this time, it is different. Garou has had a bajillion power-ups since then, and is arguably the strongest character at the moment. So things are bound to be a little bit different this time, right? Right? Yeah, who are we kidding, man? All that effort just for it to end in one punch.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. We are back again with another One Punch chapter review. Chapter 160 begins with Mask observing the surroundings from the aftermath of Saitama and Garou's victories over Evil Ocean Water and Sage Centipede. However, he notices a monster close to Flashy Flash and assumes that it is trying to assassinate the S-class hero in his sleep. But we all know that ain't true. It's Manoko, man. My guy is actually trying to help Flashy Flash, because they all had developed a deal together thanks to Saitama. She fears that if she is no longer of use to the heroes, she will be killed. Now, you know what I'm gonna say. It's an ABD One Punch Man chapter review, so let's not act like this isn't linked back to Garou's message once again. Remember that Garou stated that he hates the idea of monsters being judged based on their image and perception. Manoko is trying to help them, but is being killed despite her story not being known. Just blind judgment from a hero that ironically portrays the very problem that Garou hates about society. But before Mask could kill the monster, he is denied quicker than the girls that I asked out to prom. Listen, okay, it was a few years ago, you know, it was a really tough time. We don't, you know, I didn't want to really bring it up, but
we do not care.
He's actually denied by an aircraft carrier, and along with it, a tsunami, which is absolutely ruining everything that comes in its way. We then see King, who still can't believe that he ended up using Ultimate Hellfire Burst Wave Motion Cannon. He is simply calling out for Saitama, who he believes to be the strongest man alive, as the ship rapidly approaches him. King is then thanked for saving Tatsumaki by someone who seems to care about her. That is right, it is none other than the new Blizzard Group.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Add some like reverb or something to that, make it all hype.
Okay.
Tank Top Master is usually ripped as hell, but it seems like my guy's gone and lost all of his muscles after Fubuki went and healed him from a near-death state. Still, despite that, he's clearly strong enough to carry like, what, 4 or 5 people? Fubuki then rushes towards Tatsumaki to check up on her sister. Tatsumaki is obviously in pretty bad shape, and Fubuki decides to transfer some of her energy even though she is far past her limit now. As we all know, the relationship between Fubuki and Tatsumaki is quite rocky. This tension mainly stems from Tatsumaki's want for Fubuki to be as strong as her and to not rely on anybody else, just like her. This is why this scene is so crucial to the dynamic between the two sisters. Tatsumaki is far too controlling and Fubuki isn't a fan of it at all. If Fubuki somehow proves that she's strong too, then Tatsumaki wouldn't bother her as much as she does now. And what better way to prove that you're strong than to heal Tatsumaki herself? When Tatsumaki wakes up and sees that her little sister is the one who healed her and brought her back to consciousness, she's gonna be surprised. This way, Fubuki can act all dependable and strong and gain more respect from her older sister. While it'll hurt her ego, as the elder sister doesn't want to rely on anybody, Tatsumaki would still be happy about this since it's her sister who's trying to save her. There is no doubt that Tatsumaki loves Fubuki dearly, and seeing the love being reciprocated would certainly satisfy the heart of the tornado of hell. And so this could very well stabilize their rocky relationship. But there is another aspect to it as well. Whilst Tatsumaki will accept all of this, she'll work twice as hard hard, since she'd feel like she's either relying too much on her sister, or why does she even need help in the first place? I mean, this links back to what Blast said when they first met, about not relying on the help of others. That's how she was able to escape God's grasp. And so whilst Fubuki's help could help Tatsumaki deal with her trauma, it could also turn into a trigger that will cause Tatsumaki to isolate herself even more. Either way, it would have been interesting to see how this incident would have developed the situation between the two sisters. Meanwhile, with the tsunami rushing towards them, Fubuki's group has to figure out a way to avoid getting washed away, and fast. Fubuki wanted to heal Tatsumaki to the point where she'd regain her consciousness so that the rank 2 hero could use her powers to get everybody to safety. But like we already said, Fubuki has already expended most of her energy healing the rest of the heroes, and so she just doesn't have enough time remaining to heal her sister too. Tank Top Master then makes a rather shallow comment in his head regarding Tatsumaki when he says that she can't die before he has surpassed her. Now there is a sense of respect in his words, as Tank Top Master does consider Tatsumaki as his rival and therefore also respects her as a hero, but this also only further links back into Garou's philosophy and further proves him right. Garou sought to rid the world of the selfish desires of the heroes, but here's Tank Top Master again thinking of fame and status and his own power level ahead of Tatsumaki's own safety. And now I understand it's very easy to just write this off as Tank Top Master's coping mechanism and, well, you know, funny haha gag manga moment making a joke. And we've seen you guys commenting shit like, you know, we take this way too seriously, but guess what? It is our job to overanalyze manga for you lot. And so we're not gonna stop. The deeper story this arc is telling only goes to further prove that Garou is right. This is what makes him one of the greatest villains in all of shonen right now, if you could even call him one, because his actions are constantly being proven right by the characters that we are meant to look up to. It's opening our eyes to the fact that the world of One Punch Man isn't just as simple as black and white, monsters equals bad and hero equals good. We literally had Minoko trying to save a hero in this chapter, but because of his monstrous appearance, she's deemed evil. Garou, who has blurred the lines between human and monster, acts on both sides of the spectrum. He is trying to defeat heroes and become a common enemy for all, whilst also saving Tario's life on numerous occasions out of the goodness of his heart. Anyways, you guys don't really care, do you? So back to the chapter, I guess. Tank Top Master comes up with a plan to save everyone. He picks up everybody and kind of curls them up together, shocking all of them. And he then calls out to King and explains his plan. He explains that since Fubuki has completely exhausted herself, everything falls on him. He then explains that he will throw everyone over the tsunami towards the aircraft carrier, and all King has to do is land before everyone and catch them all. King obviously can't actually do anything though, and comes up with another bullshit reason as to why he can't do it, saying this time because it would injure the rest since the shockwaves would be too strong. Therefore, relying on psychic powers would be the better option, I think, blah 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 blah. But it doesn't really seem like they've got any other choice. Whilst this is happening, we finally see Saitama again. He's chilling on the aircraft, talking to himself about a good spot as if my guy is parking a car. King notices this and decides to bet everything on Saitama. I mean, who wouldn't really, right? In his strong, dependable voice, he yells, "It's alright, we'll wait right here." Now, in true fashion, King's secret ability activates and it is heavily linked to Saitama. Now, if you're truly interested in understanding what King's power is, there is a link that will be pinned in the comment section just for you. Go on, click it. Anyways, Tank Top Master follows King's orders, obviously, I mean, it's King for crying out loud. His secret ability is active and his reputation precedes it. And just then, Saitama does the greatest Mario jump of his life, causing the aircraft carrier to start drifting sideways on the water instantly. It causes it to break and crash into the ground right in front of the other heroes. Due to the aircraft's position, the waves get deflected, sparing everyone. This way, they are all safe and King's reputation is saved yet again. Just as I say this, a massive shadow emerges over the waves and crashes onto the ship. And it turns out that this is the carcass of Sage Centipede, who Garou killed just moments ago. Anyways, Fubuki and the others are still safe as they were standing relatively close to the ship and as Sage Centipede's lifeless body fell. Witnessing all of this, Tank Top Master Chubby version realizes that if the group had acted according to his plan, then all of them would have been dead. Now, Tank Top Master respects King even more for his ability to grasp a situation completely even when under immense pressure. King, on the other hand though, has just had his 365th mini heart attack of the day and doesn't know if he should thank Saitama or yell at him for being so blunt about his way of working. Seriously man, One Punch Man is just goated man. This series is too sick. Meanwhile, Fubuki and the others are trying to find a way out. We see another chubby guy run over the Sage Centipede carcass. This time, it is Pig God, who seems to have devoured all of Führer Ugly and is back to his usual shape. He sprints over the carcass and jumps through the water, putting everyone in his mouth.
What?
Yeah, that's right. He did that and then rolled away. Seriously, that was the escape plan. The scene then changes to a beautiful shot of Garou standing over the still part of the water in dead silence. Now, with a moment to spare, Garou remembers that he hasn't even fought the evil ocean water yet. And then, boom, Saitama is here.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
This is an emergency, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Garou and Saitama are face to face against each other. This ain't like that last time where Saitama just kicked an injured Garou into a bin. No. This time, it is legit. Like, seriously, no, this is too much. I need a break. I need a minute. Oh my god, Saitama and Garou are finally gonna fight! I've waited so long. Finally, Murata, thank you. Mwah.
Damn, bro. That was mad funny.
Moving back to the chapter, the next page is a solo shot of Saitama. Not just any shot, a serious shot, mind you. My guy's not looking like a boiled egg, he is in fighting mode. He then delivers a piece of dialogue that is extremely crucial to the current arc of the manga as he looks at Garou. He simply asks, what are you supposed to be? God damn it, man, Saitama didn't hold back. This dialogue right here makes it clear that he is different from everyone else and is actually the complete antithesis of Garou's philosophy. Unlike with Amai Mask, who instantly attacked Minoko on sight just because they look like a monster. Instead, we have Saitama, a hero who never sought out fame and fortune for what he does. His whole catchphrase, if you could call it that, was that he just wanted to be a hero for fun. He believed that that is what was right. He is even the whole reason the Hero Association exists, in fact, as he inspired its creation by saving the grandson of the founder. Saitama truly is one of, if not the only real hero, the hero that Garou believes they all should be, and it is further proven by their confrontation. Saitama just looks at Garou, who's undergone a huge transformation into a monster, and simply just asks, what are you? He hasn't jumped straight to the conclusion of, oh well, he doesn't look like me, so he must be evil, blah 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 blah, let's fight Garou. That is what truly makes Saitama the GOAT. But with all that said, I just want to remind you again to check out this video on your screen right now explaining King's power, which we did with plot armor. Trust me, you're gonna love it. But that's enough from me. Bye bye.